Manipulators don't take power, they borrow it from your hesitation. One sentence is all it takes to shut the loan office down. Now, welcome to Solving People Problems, the show where leaders come when the people part of leadership is the hardest part. Now, I'm Brenda Neckbottle. I've spent 30 years in HR, crisis management, handling the kind of workplace chaos no one warns you about. In every episode, we get right to the point. Sometimes even with the director of security barking in the background. But we talk about real problems, real people, real solutions that you can use today. No theory, no sugarcoating, just the tools you need to lead with authority, to protect your sanity, and to keep your team performing at its best. Now, you know the pattern, the guilt trip, the after all I've ever done for you, that leverage, the half compliment, the half demand that leaves you second guessing yourself. It's really subtle and it's extremely clever, but it's also really exhausting because manipulation isn't about what they say, it's about how they make you feel. Cornered, questioned, pressured into yes when you mean no. And here's the problem: the longer that you entertain it, the stronger it gets. Manipulators aren't looking for fairness, they're looking for cracks. And when you stall, when you soften, when you explain too much, they walk right through. I'm not available for that. Here's what I can do. That's what I want you to say. That one line does the heavy lifting for you. It rejects the pressure without apology, and it replaces guilt with clarity. It anchors the conversation in what's possible instead of what's demanded. Because leadership isn't about absorbing every angle they throw at you, it's about cutting the angle off at the source. Now, can we agree that every time you over explain to a manipulator, you're not clarifying, you're negotiating against yourself? Now, how many of you walked away from a conversation, replaying it, realizing you gave them more power with every word? And how many of you said yes out of guilt, then carried the resentment for weeks? How many of you felt that pit in your stomach, knowing you were being worked, but still couldn't find the words to stop it? Now, realize this: manipulation doesn't succeed because they're persuasive. It succeeds because you hesitate. Because you don't protect authority by defending your no, you protect it by stating it clean. You don't build respect by carrying their feelings, you build it by holding your boundary without flinching. And you don't end up manipulating by avoiding it. It's not something that you can do. You just end it by cutting off the game in one sentence. So where in your leadership are you still letting guilt steer the wheel for you? Where are you letting clever words override clear standards? And what would change for you if the next time someone tried to box you in, you didn't explain, you just led? Boundaries don't push people away, they pull the right people closer. And one sentence is all that it takes. Now, that ends now. And then on October 22nd in Virginia Beach, my Leadership Unleashed live event will show you what to say, when to say it, and why it works. So tense rooms settle and your teams move. Folks, I'm telling you, this is the room you want to be in because we are talking about all this other stuff. We're talking about the super hard stuff. This is not just another leadership event. It's the one room where you'll finally get the tools to deal with the chaos that no one ever warned you about. Those employees who push back, the performance that slips, and the team dynamics that drain the ever living life right out of your leadership. So join me and two Navy SEALs for a full day, yes, full day of high intensity reset that will shift how you lead under pressure. Because trust, clarity, and control, those things don't happen by accident. You build them. Seats are limited, and we have a few VIP spots left, I think. So go to leadershipunleashedlive.com and book your spot now.